Hi, Brian. I would appreciate any and all input from a guru like you. At 6 to 7K consistently, how would you scale up your sales in 2021? What method would you put in place? A VA, maybe a prep center, maybe a home prep person, wholesale or distributor account, etc., etc. And so what I did there to kind of follow up with that, because there's so many different things that I would kind of recommend depending on where you are, is I asked a follow-up question of like, what forms of OA are you currently doing that's bringing you in 6 to 7K a month? And you said, so you were doing Source Mogul a little bit. You have one OA list, so I'm assuming that's an OA lead list. And you have 6 replenishables since you got ungated in grocery, which is great. Continue to scale up the replenishables, obviously. That's something that you should be, kind of looking to always kind of focus on. So it doesn't matter if it's grocery or something else. Replenishables are great because as you scale them up, it's kind of like a subscription plan when you're running like an overall business, right? It's something that you can kind of, for the most part, set it, forget it, source, and then kind of leave there, and it's just kind of going to bring you in like an exponential factor of profit every single month as you increase those, right? So obviously you want to focus on the 6 replenishables that you have, and then focus on getting more replenishables that are long-term replenishables if possible. Okay, so congrats on getting ungated in grocery, and also congrats on the replenishables. And then you also said that you have a lot of tech limitations and you just aren't sure how to source with Source Mogul or how to source wholesale and use the wholesale list from the course, okay? So a lot to unpack there. Like I said, focus on scaling up more replenishables. That's first and foremost. Also, like I did say, or like you did allude to, I would recommend going the wholesale route because it's the most scalable. And if you're already at 6 to 7K, you're pretty much on like that kind of tier where it's like getting close to like 10 to 12K roughly by yourself, which if you're not using software, which obviously we're talking about right here, you're going to use software for the wholesale, like I'm going to recommend to you in a second. But if it's just you and you're just sourcing you, getting like 8 to maybe 12 to like 15 tops is really kind of where it starts to get like you're spending a lot of time and there's not much more time for you to invest sourcing wise and that type of stuff. So 6 to 7K is pretty good. I would say realistically, if you optimize, you could probably double that, but eventually you're going to hit kind of a tier where you're struggling to kind of scale by yourself, okay? But currently I would just focus on trying to double that. So what I would say is, you didn't really say what lead list you're using. I don't have a lot of experience with lead lists myself. I've looked at a few to potentially put in the course, but ultimately I don't source from them. So I'm not going to recommend, getting more lead lists or anything like that, although you could play around with it potentially. Another thing is you said like the replenishables. So like I said, try to focus on getting more replenishables. Even if you add like 1 replenishable a month, or 1 replenishable every other month, eventually you're going to build your business that way because they're going to just add every single month and the profit from those is going to add every single month. Okay. So that's the first thing, more replenishables. Second thing I would say is focus on scaling wholesale. Okay. So you said you weren't sure of how to source with wholesale with the wholesale list in the course. So it's really simple. Okay. Obviously what I'd say is listen to what I'm about to say and then go back through the wholesale module in the course. You'll understand it a lot better and it's laid out for you pretty well in there. So basically, in short, what you want to do is you want to grab that wholesale list of all the suppliers in the course, right? I think there's a couple hundred, and actually in the new update, I think there's a lot of them. Hold up. So when it updates to the next version of the course, I believe it is almost 10,000. So almost 10,000 suppliers coming, vetted wholesale suppliers. That's invaluable. I can't even stress how invaluable that is, okay? And so what I'd say right now, there's plenty of wholesale suppliers to go through in the course currently on that list, literally one by one and knock them off, right? So grab one from the list, reach out to them, sign up for an account, okay? And then what you want to do is once you actually sign up for the account and you're accepted, you want to reach out to them and grab a product catalog or a list of all their products from them. Put simply, a lot of them call it product catalog, but some of them don't. So reach out, get a full list of their products, and then once you get that itemized list of their products, as long as it has a product identifier, which it will, as long as it has a title, which it will, another way to potentially identify products and keywords and stuff like that, and as long as they have a price quoted to you per unit, which it will, then you can put it into the Scan Unlimited software and use that software to run it against all of Amazon's products and basically tell you what potentially might be profitable with that, right? So to recap, literally take one wholesale supplier, contact them, sign up for an account. That's step 2, right? Then step 3 would be get their product list or the product catalog, right? And then put that product list, assuming it has a product identifier, so an ASIN, an ISBN, or a UPC, or anything of the sort, right? A title and a price per unit. Put that product catalog or product list into Scan Unlimited, okay? And then run Scan Unlimited, obviously, the way that I show you in the course, and it will show you which of those products is profitable for you to buy, right? And then obviously you don't just take Scan Unlimited's word for it, you then want to check, but essentially it's saving you like probably tens of thousands of hours, honestly, because you don't have to manually go through and check every single product on the website, which would, you'd never be profitable and you never ever find like enough products to, run a business. But with Scan Unlimited, it literally runs it like that for you, spits you out maybe a couple potential ones that look profitable, and then you can check those, right? Maybe a couple of them are profitable, buy those, ship them into FBA, sell them, boom, you have more money, you have more profit, you have more products, right? If they aren't, move on to the next supplier, or even if they are, buy them, move on to the next supplier, right? So grab the next supplier in the list, reach out, set an account up. Once you have the account up, reach out to them, grab the product catalog or the product list, put it into Scan Unlimited. Again, source the profitable products after you check them all and you run them through the software. Rinse, repeat, recycle, rinse, repeat, recycle. That's how you scale up Wholesale. Now, Wholesale, a lot of people if you're starting to scale Wholesale, what I recommend is obviously you want margins realistically above 20% at least. So ideally like 20 to 30% or plus, right? But when you're starting out, it's okay completely to source products that are lower than that margin wise, because you're really in that learning phase where you're going to start to see how to source, how to reach out to suppliers, how to build trust with them, how to show that, you can demonstrate value and sell their products and bring something else to the table, as well as so the way that you're sourcing, even if you don't, you aren't super profitable on every product that you source, you're gonna get the majority of your money back and you're gonna get it back fast because it's gonna be high branded products that sell quickly most of the time if you're sourcing correctly, which obviously you will be if you follow the course. And ultimately, you're gonna learn a lot through that process. So even if you make zero money doing so, right? Which you will make money, obviously, if you're doing it correctly. Even if you make zero money initially, you're gonna learn so much so that the next time and the next time, you'll be that much better and you'll make that much more money. You'll make many better decisions on your wholesale products, okay? So I hope that makes sense. Like I said, just go through that checklist, grab one, reach out, sign up for an account, grab their product list, their product catalogs, run it through the Scan Unlimited software like I'll show you in the course, and then buy the profitable products, move on to the next one, rinse, repeat, recycle, okay? So I hope that helps. If you need kind of clarification on how to actually do that, the entire Source Mogul module will run you through that step by step. And like I said, in the next update, stay tuned for that. I've been putting a lot together in this new update coming soon. Probably realistically in 2021, in the beginning of 2021. It's, I'm still kind of figuring out what exactly I want to put into it, how I want to structure it, what I want to take out of the course, because my whole goal is to get you guys the result the quickest. So if I find that there's stuff that's in the course currently in 5.0 that, isn't, really giving the most value to you, I'm going to take it out. So still figuring out exactly what I'm going to do with that while I'm running my business, myself and doing all OA and reselling myself. But that's what I'd recommend. Go through the wholesale list currently, and there's a lot more, literally 9,500 extra wholesale suppliers coming soon, okay? So hope that helps, Layla.